Here we go! Diligent and Yan Hong. Yan Hong with the first pick, and this is going to settle it right here. Does Yan Hong want that turn 1, or is he going to opt for turn 2 here with this first pick?
Yeah, because you made the distinction earlier. You brought it up. Turn 2 has never been more important in RTA. The RTA Season 20's meta is also very bruiser friendly, I'll say, which is great. And something that I saw in chat real quick that I just want to confirm, we do have a bunch of new 2A units. Unfortunately, they will not be available for picking in this Legend tournament. You're going to be able to look forward to seeing them in RTA Season 21, but for now, we're just playing with what was available throughout most of Season 20. Pre-bans come out, Moore and Ragdoll are gone, Stoic.
That's right. No more, no of those new 2As, and there's going to be no Watery Ragdoll here either. Ganymede is going to be the first pick for Yan Hong, potentially already saying he wants that turn 1. Diligent, recognizing the turn 1 pick coming out of Yan Hong. There is Nana and Gianna coming out of Diligent. Interesting.
Such a quick pivot. Nana just is a perfect pick, so flexible for anything. I mean, even offering a facilitator for damage with the AoE defense break. She's right there ready and waiting to make your bruiser team just operate on all cylinders. Let's see how Yan Hong replies to this. Basically, Diligent is kind of saying, like, you can have turn 1 if you really want it. I'm comfortable fighting against you.
Yep, I was definitely expecting Yan Hong to take a CR. Looking at that 24 speed lead, locking it in. Going with Ganny Hathor. This is actually a very great method. I've seen this used many times against a Nana draft here. So I do like what Yan Hong is drafting. I don't like how long this match could be, though.
Yeah, this if we're going to see a Ganny Thor at a Legend tournament, Stoic, like, this could kind of take a while. Now, Diligent trying to expedite this matchup a little bit, bringing a 33% speed lead in Oliver and also a Lima.
Yeah, double Oracle draft. We've seen this at Asashizo in the past as well. A Oliver and Lima being drafted by Diligent. He's got one more pick. Yan Hong looking to wrap up his draft after seeing the Oliver and Lima coming out.
There it is. I was wondering when the Yan Hong proper was going to come out. He's been bearing the name Yan Hong for a little while. There she is. And I'd like to see if anything from Diligent with another source of immunity would be helpful here. Although that Diana frankly complicates a couple things. I actually do like the Diana pick a lot.
Yeah, I do like the Diana as well with the AoE coming from Diligent, the Nana, Gianna, Lima. They're all going to do something that's going to help Diana push up that attack bar gain here. We're actually seeing a draft that's very familiar for a player type like Topa V.
Oh yeah, this is actually super reminiscent of something that Topa used to play back in even 2019. Up until like fairly recently. I think the Antares is kind of a nice half measure here, Stoic. Before the Diana was drafted, I was almost going to say something like Awusa, but I think that's a little defensive. I think Antares is a nice mix of like threat here.
Yep, I think Antares is definitely a unit to go with. There's a lot of wind on the side of Yan Hong. There's a lot of opportunities for this Antares to cut in here. And it looks like the bans are out. Oliver's going to get the ban here, and Hathor is going to be taking the knife as well.
Yeah, I really respect the Oliver ban. The fact that Antares made it through tells me that Antares is going to be facing a lot of heat when it comes to CRS bombs. Let's see how this plays out and who takes turn 1.
Yep, most definitely expecting Yan Hong to take turn 1. Let's find out. Yan Hong taking turn 1 here.
There it is, and now we're going to be seeing a strip. Antares, quick to get a proc on the board right away, which is super important. Notably, doesn't have any will on him, so he was going to eat a bomb from CR if he didn't do something here.
Nope, that's right. You can see that Diligent's trying to take out that CR immediately. Antares dealing so much damage to that CR. Bomb's going to be dropping here. I wouldn't say he's going to stay on top of the Inanna, but he's going to be swapping over to the Antares. Bomb does land true, choosing not to detonate it because he doesn't need to worry about that.
Yeah, I guess not yet, right? As long as you keep that Lima under control, you're fine. You're chilling. He's going to just try to go for a stun. Antares, looking like he wants to detonate the bomb himself here. He might just proc into a detonation on accident.
He could very well do it, but he also has the damage to almost take out CR. CR is still alive. Charge Vitality's coming out. Does he choose to detonate? Is he going to get the additional turn? No additional turn's going to come out.
Is he? This could be interesting here. Now he's going to potentially counter bomb here. Obviously no means to detonate. I'm kind of getting a little bit nervous. He's going to be losing a soul stone here unless that Gianna has like an extreme amount of damage. I think Diligent actually might be starting to sweat just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit indeed. That ventilate onto the Yan Hong definitely going to be something he's going to need here. I'm curious if he's going to throw down a shield, maybe protect himself to try and get a second bomb at a CR, but
go for Nana.
Oh.
I wanted him to just go full for Nana to drain out the stone so that when Antares procs, he's done and doesn't come back. But you know what? I think that's okay. I think maybe he knows something I don't. Maybe he knows something I don't. I would
have Despair Stun on CR. Not happening there.
Here comes Gianna just to cycle through a little attack bar, maybe try to proc into a turn. Here comes CR. Now this is an awkward spot, Stoic. Can't put a bomb, otherwise she dies. But
I think he has to go for the bomb. He needs to go for the damage. That's one proc out of Antares. Keep in mind that that orb is sitting on top of Nana. I think Yuenhong needs to drop this Nana to remove the bomb because the Antares will die here. I think he has to chance it and go for that big skill 2, maybe charge Vitality onto the Diana. No, he does go for the skill 2 and kills. Bomb will detonate, and that will remove the Antares from the field, putting Diligent behind.
This is what he needed. He needed Antares to be in a position to take a turn and get that bomb to detonate off of him. Big shield here, potentially, to try to save the Diana, unless he's not sure that that bomb is enough to actually do it. He just goes for the stun on Lima to make sure that she doesn't get rid of the bomb. I love this line of play.
Big stun right there. If he had gone for the shield, Gianna would have been all ready to stun them up with the shield strip.
Good point. I almost completely forgot that she hadn't even dumped the skill 3 yet. Look at Diana looking so healthy as if there was no bomb ever put on her.
That's right, looking really healthy right now. I'm expecting Antares to drop from that CR. CR had massive bomb damage before, so definitely expecting Antares to drop here without a orb being on top of Nana.
It's almost like Antares knows that if he procs right now, the bomb goes off. Look, he's being a lot more hesitant with that procking. Ever since that bomb
really
hit one turn, Stoic, he hasn't taken another one.
Yep, he hasn't done it. He's taken almost a legitimate turn. The Lima can save the day here and keep this Antares alive, and he is. Lima's going to be saving the day here. Diligent finds a way out of it.
Lima with the successful cleanse and invincibility. That's why I was saying I kind of wanted to see Yuenhong just go full-on transform into Diana and try to bait out the proc from Antares by taking more turns. Unfortunately, we know now with hindsight that that actually was enough to proc it, but Diligent here taking full control of the match with that Lima third skill.
That is right. I mean, he can get the Seal of Magic and dump the attack bars out there. I just don't see how Yuenhong could come back from here. He's definitely taking his time. He's thinking about his next match already. Charge Vitality can come out, but he's just trying to delay the inevitable. It's so surprising that this Antares is not going off like we think it would.
Yeah, Antares did a really good job this game. I really truly believe that there was an opening for Yuenhong to try to abuse the proc on Antares to act as a pseudo detonation, but I think it was close. It's a close. Either way, it's trying to find an exploit there to get it, and ultimately they're gonna scoop. Diligent takes round 1, but we are in a best of 3. So only ever got the 1 Soul Stone with Nana last game because it never actually got a second one because of the bomb taking the kill. And even then,
yeah,
Nana's still so important. Diligent has taken his time thinking about whether or not he wants to commit to this Lima and Ragdoll. He still has 10 seconds on the clock, so he can rethink it, but by now you've just shown so much information, you might as well lock it in.
Oh, this is someone who's well-versed in his draft, so Diligent knows he's doing for sure. Yuenhong drafting another Hathor, and we're going to see Cadiz coming out.
Chat, do you like Cadiz? Let's see how Diligent replies to this.
I know I don't like Cadiz. I'm not a fan of this unit being drafted here. I think it's all right because we already have the Lima out here. I just think there was better units instead of something that's single target. But we'll see what Diligent has to offer here. And it is going to be a Leo Molly wrapping up the draft for Diligent. That was surprising.
That was. I actually wasn't anticipating the Leo here, but I do like it. It pairs really well with his Oracle, pairs well with the Ragdoll, so he's going to be benefiting substantially more from the attack bar gain. Though it does open him up for something like a Verd as a last pick. And
yeah, that is definitely going to be a Swift Verd. That is not a Revenge Verd. That is Swift Verd coming out of Yuenhong, wrapping up his draft. Let's see if Diligent can see that, and that's where the ban may be, because if that Verd does get locked in, we're not looking at a Leo ban here.
Yeah, unless he's semi-confident in the Molly Rag. No, he chooses to leave the Verd instead. So we're going to be seeing Yuenhong actually benefit from the attack bar gain off that Leo way more than Diligent.
Yuenhong's going to benefit from a lot of attack bar gain just because that Leo's passive is going to be on the field. Oracles are going to be cycling. Verdi Heal's going to be cycling. I can't help but already favor Yuenhong in the draft just because of all the lapping he can do with this attack bar gain, but let's see what Diligent has in store for us, because obviously Leo's going to be taking first turn. We'll see.
Torrent into a proc, into a kill? Likely not, but we can get some big damage in here to start hitting Cadiz, putting a dot on board here. Here comes Gianna with the opportunity to avoid an AoE death break.
Yeah, it looks like that Light Oracle is going to be the unit of choice right now for Yanhong to tag it. He does have his cleanse available. He can go for it. He doesn't really have to worry about a strip. There's nothing that he needs to strip on the side of Yanhong.
Yeah, now it's a good move from Diligent. He's going to have to bait out the Gianna skill eventually, and now's a good time because it basically just makes Ciara skip a turn, which is good. I do like that.
Yeah, definitely indeed. You can see a little bit of poke damage. Looks like Gianna's going to be one of the first units that Diligent wants to get rid of. He's got a lot of buffs up there, but you know what? Yanhong's pumping up his units. He's got that stun available. All those buffs are almost going to be removed.
The sheer amount of turns. Diligent is so fortunate that that bomb didn't land because Yanhong has all the turns in the world. Now, I'm telling you this right now. The fact that that bomb didn't land is almost negligible because look at this. She is already back. She already has bomb next turn and she's at 50% attack bar. Like, this is actually kind of insane.
Yep, it really is. Well, bomb's going to come out and it is going to land true on top of that Leo, who also has that branding effect. Oh, that is a beautiful additional turn coming out of Molly. Able to keep Diligent's team alive here. Yanhong needs to get rid of the sustain on Diligent, or else it's going to be a little tough for him to remove these units from the field.
It is. And Yanhong luckily has flexibility on his side, right? Because Yanhong has all those turns that he can take. Ciara, determined never to land a bomb in this game, but sure enough, you know she's going to land those dots, Chad.
I mean, I'm expecting to see that lineman to be on max resistance, but it's crazy to see two bombs miss like that. Two very impactful bombs miss like that.
And even so, I still see Yanhong as being in the favorable position, Stoic, because look at this. One bomb finally lands. It was as if, I swear, Ciara just used that skill, Stoic. And now he's cycled so much that he's already back up with it. This is really tough for Diligent, I feel.
Yeah, definitely tough indeed. Looks like that bomb. Is gonna again miss on top of the Leo. Lima might be dropping here. He really needs to take this unit out. That's gonna put Diligent down a unit here, which is pretty big for Yanhong. Looking very good for him right now. I think Diligent needs to see some despair stuns. He has to drop this Gianni. He's got to start removing some units.
What is the record for number of missed bombs? Because I think that Ciara is trying to go for it.
I know. Ciara's got a new game plan that no one's a fan of here, and that's missing all these bombs. Beautiful additional turn. I think he has to go for that cleanse on that Leo. He needs to keep that Leo alive because that branding effect is not going to do that Leo any justice.
No, it's not. And exactly, he needs it. The irony is the term of justice not going to do him justice. It's not going to do him any torrent.
Yeah, definitely not going to do him any torrent at all.
Ooh, look at this cycling.
Because Vertiheel's going to push up that Ciara. Ciara's going to get another bomb. That is a double bomb onto the Leo, but he has to make sure that he kills that Molly first.
Oh my god. We're going for bomb number 4 that's gotten resisted, I think, from Ciara alone. Yeah, that's a lot. Perfectly executed. Perfectly executed, Stoic, making it so that Molly comes back before Yanhong gonna clean.
Just count all the missed bombs from Ciara and Gianna. All those missed bombs, and it didn't matter. He had so much attack bar gain there that Yanhong was just so far ahead over Diligent because of that Vertiheel and the Leo passive being on the field.
And that's why, you know what? It ended up being such a great ban to just get rid of the Ragdoll, so that way he wouldn't get any attack bar at all. And for a second, I think I saw some chat comments too. It's like, you know, the Molly Ragdoll is kind of a little bit of anti-synergy, but like you just want to get rid of all of the variants. You want to make sure that you're the one getting all the turns, and it worked really well.
I was not a fan. Yeah, I was not a fan of Diligence wrapping up his draft there with Molly Leo. That was very interesting to drop something like that.
Yeah, it was definitely different. We're going to have to see how Diligent is going to change it up because, again, guys, best of 3. We have one more game ahead of us. We already have a stellar Legend tournament in the opening just 30 minutes here. This has been a great match to start with. There's been so many great drafts.
Yeah, there really has. I mean, Ciara's got one job. Maybe she could do it better going into round 3. Maybe Diligent will even take the units away from Yuanhong, and we'll see a change of pace and not a Nana first pick coming out of Diligent.
I swear that job of Ciara's is just to land dots and check res. That's really what it is. That's crazy. Tian Lang back on the table.
And Tian Lang. Yep, back on the table here. New pre-bans are coming out right here.
And they are the same ones as the first round. Moore and Ragdoll are off the table, chat.
Yep, that's right, with Yuanhong with the first pick. I'm curious if Yuanhong even has a Nana. Maybe he just doesn't want to draft the Nana, but he's been letting Diligent have it. See if he tries to take it away here going into round 3.
Yeah, that's a good observation there because Yuanhong just seems pretty comfortable playing against it so far, especially in that last game when they expertly utilized the passive of Nana, making it so that Molly gets deleted first and before Leo to avoid any torrent shenanigans.
Yeah, I can't help but give Diligent the L on the last one. It was just due to the draft. So it wasn't so much, I think, Yuanhong handling the Nana, but so much that Diligent may have screwed up the draft by introducing that Leo Molly to the field. But we're going to see something a little similar to that very first match. Yuanhong's drafting the Ganny Hathor with the Gianna this time. No CRs being drafted. I'm curious if Diligent's going to take advantage of that and take the Ciara away.
It's a great opportunity if he wanted to, but it looks like prioritizing the Oliver is his main go-to. As soon as he sees Hathor, he likes to lock down the Oliver to make sure that he has a way to reset it.
Yeah, interesting. So double speed lead for Diligent, locks down the Nephthys, locks down Oliver. Yuanhong looking to respond after seeing this Nephthys pop out.
The Nephthys there is a really nice pick in that 4th slot because it forces Yuanhong to either basically just eat the Nephthys or pick immunity, and it looks like he's going for trying to play around it, which is very dangerous.
Yeah, potentially looking at a Nephthys ban here. Let's see what Diligent's going to wrap up his draft with this last pick after seeing Chi with Ciara.
It could almost be a Douglas. It could almost be a Douglas game. Almost.
It can almost be a Douglas.
Yeah.
The ban would have to be a Ciara.
Yeah, exactly. The detonation would have to be the ban. Good point. So opts for the Wunsa instead.
Yep, really pushing. Both players pushing for a turn 1. This is playing out just like that first match, except Dylan has a little bit of security with that Nana. No sustain on the side of Yuanhong. We'll see how it plays out. Bans are locked in. Wounts is banned out. Hathor's banned out. Guys, this is a big match right here. Let's see who's going to be taking this one because I still think it's anyone's match. 33 speed lead for Diligent, 24 for Yuanhong.
This is it, guys. We're going to find out who's going to the finals after this game. Chiwoo starts us off big res. Oh my goodness, big res on Oliver.
Huge resistance on
Can he do it
Oliver.
again?
Let's see if Gianna can get the bomb land this time. He's got one job and it lands true.
Can he res again? Can he do it? Can he res? He's thinking about whether or not he wants to use it.
He wants to save it.
He thought about it. And there was actually a legitimate debate there to be had. Do you use it now? Because Oliver can just reset the Gianna is the thing. That's really the trouble.
I believe the Gianna just resists the reset. I think that was a resist that I saw, but we've got a boss coming out.
I think it got the increase. But it resisted the flipback.
Well, we've got an additional turn coming in a Hathor. Hathor, oh jeez. Nephthys getting full defense break, full everything on the full on every unit on Yuanhong's side of the field.
This is what we're talking about. When you opt to play around the Nephthys, it is extremely dangerous. You give her one window, and she will climb through it. That was wild.
Oliver choosing to go for Ciara, not opting to go for the almost full attack bar Ganymede here. Ciara's a unit that he's looking to dump as quick as possible. If Nana can get some crazy despair stuns out here, that might be the way to go with the second skill.
We got some interesting insights coming through from Twitch chat that I saw suggesting that that Lima is on triple revenge. So in order to not risk the counter, that's why they banked on saving the third skill from Gianna. So we got the Soul Stone already used over here, and now Lima is going to bite the dust for realsies this time.
Well, there's a bunch of defense broken units, and we've got an Oliver that sometimes doesn't know when to quit. He could drop that Ciara, move on to any other unit, and then just keep dumping it from there on. But Chiwu is going to be cutting in here. Does he go for the 2-turn sleep?
Can he sleep him? Oh, if he slept him, it could have been so different right there, Stoic. If he actually landed that sleep, could have given him a little bit of breathing room. But instead, Diligence Oliver is just ready to try to capitalize and take this game to go.
Yep. Oh, big additional turn, drops the Gianna, double orbs for Diligence. Diligence definitely going to be locking this one down, but Yonhong's not giving up yet. Those are 2 orbs sitting on top of Nana, and that's going to be really tough to get through.
Heavens to Betsy, Stoic. Oh, look at that. It's something you don't see very often is Nefty's not landing debuffs because of the glancing. You don't get to see that every day. I'm not used to that. That is interesting.
Yonhong do is steal a magic, dump the attack bars. He's going to do his best to try and hang in there. Neft is not even dropping the 1% staying alive. There goes the Chiwu. 3 orbs for Diligence. Diligent! He's going to be moving forward here.
Diligent, something is to be said for having the mental stability that having the #1 slot be so far ahead. It's like something here in the opening slots of XXC's draft. True Whale following up with Narsha and Molong.
Yep, Nasha in Molong. Definitely some good picks you can see coming out with a Nana. We've seen a lot of Molong Nana play in previous seasons as well. But Nasha and the Nana, which are great units, because if Nasha does get dismounted and gets revived back with an orb, she's going to get that beast once again. Jogun and Savannah coming out for XXC. And we're going to be seeing an Ileana and Bella potentially being locked in by True Whale. Not expecting to see this draft. Curious if XXC was going to be prepared to see these 2 units coming out of True Whale.
Please, True Whale, please lock him in. Please. Oh, that's Valantis is fine too. But I'm stoked to see the Bella here. And you called it, Stoic. We accidentally foreshadowed this morning on the stream earlier today. We were talking about the Beast Riders and Nana combo. It's just, you can't win when you're up against them. When you take down a Beast Rider, it feels like you won by getting that Soul Stone away, but then it comes back on top of the Beast again, and suddenly it feels like you're having to go through 2 other monsters.
That is right. This Savannah looking pretty scary on the side of XXC, and he is going to be wrapping up his draft with a Water Ryu. I'm not too sure if Water Ryu is going to be the ban here. I know it is a 24 speed lead, but it is Savannah. Savannah's going to get the bullet here, and Volantis is going to get banned out. That's the AoE strip that True Whale had here. I think that's the right ban. We'll see how it's going to play out. Speed lead for XXC, and this is round 1 between True Whale and XXC.
I'm so stoked. I love the respect for the AoE defense break from True Whale. I think that was a really good call. Comes more trying to get as many strips as possible, and it looks like he got it. Look, this would be a great opportunity for Jogun to lock somebody away. The big res from Nana.
Massive res there. He really needed to put that unit away. It looks like he's going to buff up. He's going to keep himself nice and safe now that True Whale doesn't really have an AoE strip here. Looking to lock everybody down here, but Connell's only able to get 1 stun, and that's going to be on Bella.
Yeah, and there's definitely a potent single target strip available for True Whale. Let's see, and he does confirm the kill on Colonel. That's why we love to see Narsha. Such an aggressive unit. Put True Whale so far ahead too, coupled with Nana.
Yeah, it really did. So it looks like he's not trying to get rid of that Molong. It'll just revive back with the orb. It looks like he's trying to get a lot of units really low to HP, throw down an AoE, and then just eliminate 2 orbs immediately.
Yeah, this is an amazing way to just capitalize on that strip and making that immunity feel as if it wasn't even there to begin with. This is great. True Whale in a commanding position, although notably his monsters are kind of low. I know this is kind of a sacrilege to say, but he only has 2 soul stones, you know? It's like if everybody's low, he could potentially kill with more here.
Yeah, more there with the big kills there. Narsha is going to be one of the units to revive back here. Gets the additional turn. Another orb's going to be popping up here. That is huge for True Whale. There you go. That's what you're afraid. It is such a strong combination, the Nana and the Beast Rider. This is looking very good for True Whale. It's going to be a little bit tough here for XXC, but I mean, if he can potentially get rid of the Molong and dismount, I know I'm maintaining a very slim source of hope here, but I mean, Moore's passive could end up helping him a lot. Yeah, definitely. He's got to go with the shields and immunity, throwing it up there. Nice additional turn. He's going to heal up his Wusa a little bit here. He needs to use that second skill. He can actually use that to target the Nana down, and he is going to be targeting Nana down. True Wheel's gonna need some additional turns. He's got to crack the shield, which he did. He's got to drop another unit because he's gonna want to get his hands onto another orb.
Here we go. It's tough, but you don't scoop in this situation. This is what we're talking about. It looks tough, but you don't scoop. Moore's passive here. If he cleans up the Molong, then XXC takes it. That's why you don't
XXC does take it. Holy cow, and he's going the safe route, throwing up the shields and immunity. No additional turns are coming out here. Wow, XXC is going to be taking round 1 away from True Whale.
That's what I'm talking about, man. If you don't scoop in that position. It sounds ridiculous because we were just talking about the 2 soul stones. Anything more than 1 can just shift the game like crazy, but XXC did a great job, had everybody low.
Yeah, very confident drafting. XXC now slowing things down. Good for him, realizing that, taking it slow. This is not something that you need to rush. Take up your time as much as possible. He's got last 2 picks to respond after seeing Gani Hathor, the Water Ryu, coming out.
Oh, wow. XXC changing up the vast majority of the components of his team. Like, this is totally new for both players. We see True Whale totally pivot to a CC comp away from that aggressive snipe before. This is interesting.
That is interesting. Riley being the last pick here is honestly signaling that I think the Water Ryu is going to get banned out. Not having a strip on the side of True Whale. I think he bans out the Water Ryu, but that's going to force True Whale to have to ban out that Epicon Priest, the Chloe.
Or does he just ban the Hathor and just say like, oh, there's nothing to follow up with? There's a couple valid options here for XXC and True Whale to knock out here. But I do.
Hathor could very well be the ban as well.
Yeah, because then it makes it so that there's really nothing to follow up with. Yeah, there it goes. So Hathor gets taken out, and Molong too. And now True Whale's looking. Moore is going to have to do a lot of work here because he's
Moore
now the
primary
damage.
Yeah, I can't help but favor XXC right now. I think Oliver is gonna have a field day without with True Whale's team here. We'll see if that's gonna play out. Big second skill definitely onto the Goose. I think he wants to push that unit back. No, it's gonna swap over to the Ileana.
And he brings out Chloe's third skill, confident that Water Ryu is not going to be able to strip everything. Instead, skips his turn. Here comes Oliver to invoke his will on the enemy team. Looks like everybody's
so
going
much
to be
damage.
Wow.
Water Ryu getting devastated right there. He's got to throw down a big third skill, get the shields and immunity there. There is no sustain on the side of True. He's not going to be able to heal up that Water Ryu. He just needs to utilize it as long as possible.
Yeah, you're right about that. The only heal he has is Wusa's second skill. Otherwise, he's just got prolonging the inevitable. Let's see what he can do. Strips immunity off of Nana. Notably, invincibility still on 2 units here.
Yep, that's not what True Whale needs to see at all. I don't think it looks very good for him here. There's the Charge Vitality coming out on the Oliver. Oliver's going to be fit to destroy that shield. Almost killing the Water Ryu here, but Yonhong's going to be there. That is 2 orbs for XXC, and I don't see a way that True Whale can take that away from him.
The writing is a bit on the wall for True Whale here. He's waiting to see if maybe he can just find an opening. The only hope that he has is that glancing from Gani plus Seal Magic's damage multiplier being pretty high, if he can just try to bait us out into like the 30% attack up range, maybe he could take out a unit. But honestly, 2 soul stones on Nana, Oliver, and Yonhong. I think you're right, Stoic. I think this is pretty much over. But XXC did an incredible draft here.
Yeah, XXC drafted phenomenally. Great bans as well. XXC really does deserve the victory here. True Whale not giving up, though. Like you said, we do have that second skill that's able to apply a lot of damage here, but that Oliver is going to be one heck of a unit to deal with. And the 2 orbs sitting on top of the Nana, he's going to have to keep burying this Oliver to get through those orbs.
Do you ventilate Wusa here? Yes, you do, so you can get the second skill back. And I think, while I think that we may be right about the position of XXC right now, Stoic, as long as True Whale is not giving up, I'm not giving up on True Whale. I'm willing to explore some possible options here. Opts for the third skill instead of the second skill. I think I would have liked to try to see him just take out a Soul Stone, but you know what? Maybe the glancing is more important right now.
Potentially, he's just going for the longer skilled move here, because the Wusa can at least proc into a second skill to try and keep that up, where the third skill is something that he can't really do. So he's going to take advantage of that ventilate onto the Wusa and go for the shield and immunity so that the shields stay up nice and thick. You're going to see True. He's still going to be trying to bury away, dig away at this Oliver. There's the ventilate. He's going for the ventilate back onto the Wusa, even though the second skill was still up, which is interesting.
Yeah, I wonder what he was trying to do there. I guess maybe he was trying to maybe like have it up so if Yeonhong like had strip open, but she still has one more turn, something like that. But yeah, I see what you're talking about there, Stoic. I think you're right. I think you're right there.
This is
tough.
Really interesting plays here. He's keeping up with the immunity, so Oliver's not able to do what Oliver does, and Truewell's still trying to dig away at it, and he is doing a really good job. He has to use that skill 3. He's got to use that skill 3 to keep the team healthy.
It would be way too greedy to go for it. Like, mad respect to Truewell right now for sticking in this and seeing that it wasn't. Oh, I'm really glad that he didn't scoop. You don't scoop at the legend turn. Like, this is not what you do.
But there's the deepest break. Oliver shuts it down. That is going to be it. XXC is going to be moving forward. Holy cow.
Locking in 2 distinctly bruiser, very meta, very indicative of Season 20 monsters.
Yeah, well, actually, this is when Wusa got buffed for that second skill. That's a very popular draft that XXC has here, and that's the Wusa Connell Mo Long.
Mo Long really saw a resurgence after Wusa got buffed, you know, with the shield coming in, just making Reckless even more valuable than it already was. Oh, and my boy, Abellio, amazing counter to Mo Long because his passive is going to automatically activate as soon as XXC drops that 3rd skill.
Well, that's if he lets the passive activate, or is he going to eliminate a unit before that passive does activate? I do like the Nephthys coming out here. It's potentially signaling maybe a ban already on Yeonhong, I want to say. Let's see what this last pick's going to be for XXC. I want to say, oh, he does it! I love it! We talked about it before. Charlotte has made an appearance.
You brought it up, and we were talking about Charlotte has a surprisingly high win rate right now. Boasting so many different forms of control on all of her skills. She's got sleep on skill 1, stun and slow skill 2, and attack.
Diligent has to ban it. He's got to ban it. He's got to ban the Charlotte because Lima's going to get banned out here. Lima does not get banned out. Charlotte is going to get banned, and Nana gets banned out for Diligent. So Diligent, no more security. There's no more safety net for Diligent. It's going to be man on man here. Let's see what happens. We've got an HP lead coming out for XXC, speed lead for Diligent.
XXC choosing the lesser of 2 evils by banning out the Nana is like, you know what, Abellio's passive can activate. I just want to make sure that I actually get the kill. Let's see. Got the bomb coming out. This is actually the first time that we're going to see a Gianna use her 3rd skill as an opener in this entire tournament so far.
Yep, that's right. We're going to see a big skill 2 go out onto the Abellio. Abellio looks like the unit that XXC wants to get rid of first. Potentially going to be seeing a Reckless Assault being targeted towards that Abellio. But we're going to see a big 3rd skill coming out of the Lima, getting the invincibility and immunity up.
That is technically not a great proc for Lima. I know it reduces her cooldown time, but it does also get her out of invincibility. But here we go. The silence from Nephthys making it so there is no such thing as a punish.
Massive damage on top of Yeonhong bomb.
Oh my God.
Goes off, eliminates that Yeonhong. Diligent looking extra comfortable right now.
Super, super chill. I imagine this is very similar to what he was looking like before the tournament started with his feet up, almost 30 points ahead of the rest of the crowd. Diligent really pulling ahead in
Venge almost taking out the Connell. It's so over already, and there's just a nice little security. That's going to be it. Diligent taking round 1 comfortably away from XXC.
Nobody's ever wanted turn 1 more than Diligent.
Yep, that's right. Diligent opting to not draft a 4th speed lead.
If he got another strip as his final pick, then I think I'd really like Diligent's draft. But let's see.
I really like the Savannah. I think Savannah's a super strong unit. Savannah can take advantage of Nephthys defense breaks. Savannah can take advantage of, Water Ryu could take advantage of the defense breaks coming out of Savannah. Great synergy here with Diligent's team.
Yeah, I love it. He's got the open. He's going to open it up with the more, put defense break on everybody. Savannah comes through, cleans it up. Tableau. Whoa.
XXC opting for a turn 1 play here. Diligent, I think Diligent's looking at a Nana ban, outspeeding, and potentially just taking him with rune quality here and outspeeding him.
He's going to try it, or is this a surprise outspeed from XXC? Or do you just
This
ban out
could
the
be a
speed lead?
surprise
Do you just, like, at what point do you just like, okay, wait a minute, what does he know that I don't know? Do I just ban out the speed lead? Do I just ban out Tablo just to make sure that I get it? Like,
we're gonna see a SEMA coming out of Diligent here. I was almost expecting a 33 speed lead, an additional speed lead coming out of Diligent, because I think Diligent's gonna be banning out the Nana, and Diligent needs to, I'm sorry, Diligent bans out Nana, XXC needs to ban out the Oliver to remove the 33 speed lead from the field.
I think he wants to, but what about the dude? I'm expecting, yeah, there you go. So you either ban the starter or the speed lead, because I'm pretty sure Diligent is confident enough. But wait a minute, Asima got banned there? I thought you were right on the money with the Oliver pre-ban. Let's see how this plays out, Stoic. I'm interested.
No, this is gonna be wild. It really is. Let's see if Diligent can burn through the Nana orbs. He's not even worried about it. He does have the strips here. And Waterryu is going to be setting the tone here with a full strip. Savannah looking for some defense breaks. Attack bar pushback looking really good. We've got Nephthys without a care in the world, dropping a big second skill with the additional turn as well. Oliver is going to be shutting it down.
Oh my god!
Oh man, and with the initial turn, he can go in here and just deal even more damage. The Diligent, I think, is going to be sitting real pretty getting into this match.
That is gnarly. Yeah, going into this game, you don't know what's going to happen, but you know it's going to be fast. This is crazy. Taking his time to just kind of consider this from Diligent. Yeah,
picking him really one by one. What a clean play by Diligent. What an excellent draft.
Splendiferous, I would say. Like, this is really well played, but I love that XXC kind of tried to compete for turn one at the end, but maybe he would have been a little bit more safe just I don't know, throwing a clutch Huadang in there. Like a Huadang would have been really funny there, or something else after a strip.
I know Charlotte doesn't get it all. He loves that Wateryu though. That's one of Diligent's favorite units ever since this unit came out. He's been drafting this unit a ton, even first picking throughout SWC last year. So Wateryu is going to be a unit wrapping up Diligent's draft. Double speed leads as well.
Yeah, definitely deserves that first pick more. Even post nerf, like he's got damage if you need it. You can just ruin him on extra attack. And even though he's got a semi-unreliable strip, Diligent's got a couple other options. Chooses Hagang to try to boost up here, but I'm afraid that like if you just ban the damage, I'm not gonna say anything.
Maybe Diligent even just bans out the Hagang here and doesn't even have to worry about it.
Ban the Savannah one way or another. Yep. You ban either the attack bar boost or the follow-up.
Well, let's see what happens. I think the only thing that could play out in XXC's favor here is that nothing lands and nothing works. Otherwise, I think Diligent's going to be sitting very pretty getting into this match. Let's find out, guys.
There we go. Look at that. Now that's how you draft against a Gianna. Notably, only one monster has will, you know, just in case, right? So you don't get stunned out.
That's right. We're going to see this bomb potentially placed on top of the... Yeah. Oh, no! Bomb doesn't get placed at all. Doesn't land on the Jogun. We're going to see a stun there landing on top of the Wusa.
It's worth it. There was a second there where you think, do you just save it for the third skill? No, it's too greedy. You try to get yourself the window of opportunity to pull ahead early instead and set up defense break with Nana. Oh, it stuns! Stuns Stoic.
Yeah, big stuns here. Does he have to charge? No, I don't think he charged vitalities yet. He's got to go for the big skill too. Ooh, man.
That's awkward.
Not get the invincibility.
Yeah, that's a little awkward. Do you dump it? Not on her. Yeah, I agree with that one. You don't dump it on the same unit, that's for sure.
Yeah, it looks like XXC is going to try and get rid of this Nana as soon as possible. Wateryu is going to be showing the target of focus for Diligent. Looks like Joe Gunn is going to be the unit of focus here.
And here we go. Yeonhan showing that she has all the support that's needed for XXC. It's going to be keeping him in the game here. He can lock somebody away. Perfect. I'm glad that he chose to lock away the Gianna there, because Nana's fresh out of skills.
That's right. Locks away the Gianna, does land, gets some strips in there with the attack buff as well. Glancing needs to get applied to that Oracle. Choosing to stay on the Nana for damage.
And goes for the strip on it. This is actually... This is slightly closer than it seems here. I mean, Savannah can actually do some huge damage here with the skill 3. Here we go. We're going to see it right now. Gets all the defense breaks up. And XXC can actually put it up if he wants to. Chooses to try to funnel in some damage on Nana to get rid of that Soul Stone.
Yeah, Diligent really looking to dismount Savannah. That's definitely going to help Diligent stay and keep an edge here. He does have second skill, does not dismount the Savannah. I think Nana's going to be here, ready to dismount that Savannah. That's exactly what Diligent needed to do. He's going to get his Gianna back soon.
Yeah, he's going to get it back. Gets more damage in on more. This is actually looking better for XXC. And again, he's trying to show us that he knows how to play against the Nana.
Oh, but that's a second orb. Not at all what XXC needs to see.
Okay, he almost reset it back to neutral, rather to what it was before. Nice proc from Lusa to try to get that second skill back online. Oh, you hate to see the revenge.
Those revenges, man. I want to see those revenge runes.
Oh, yeah. This
is where through on top of Yan Hong. There's that third skill coming out of Lima. More digital turns with that first skill, able to pump up so much attack bar. Nana with the Despair Stun on top of the Joe gun. Wow. Diligent, not a care in the world anymore. Looking to finish off XXC here. Bomb still gets off of Yan Hong. There it is. Diligent is our champion.
Diligent cleaning up the competition, walking away with the legend title.